This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 7 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 17 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/Drive to End Hunger today. Take advantage of exceptional offers during BMW's Drive to End Hunger event.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
God damn it, I can already tell this show's going to be off all the rails. It is time to leave your worries outside and come laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley along with Trey Trenholm, Raj Sharma, and back from vacation in Hot Springs, Arkansas, Jerry Caldwell back inside the Treehouse. On a Friday, November 22nd, 2024. Raj, put your phone down. Do not play that video in here. You have got to stop playing the Lunchtime at the Temu Factory video because we cannot share it on this show. If you, however, feel like searching on Instagram Lunchtime at the Temu Factory, that's on you.
Yes.
But we're not sharing it in here because it's wrong. It's extremely, extremely wrong. However, while it is extremely wrong, it's also really funny.
I feel like I should send Trey money for sending me that video because of the joy that it's brought me.
Yeah. I think it's like there are various online like tip jars that exist.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to Venmo him some money, Zelle, PayPal. Yeah. There's a thing called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee.
Oh yeah.
I think it's on Facebook and Instagram too. Maybe you can give people stars, and somehow that's like a couple of bucks. Trey, yeah. I think I may join Raj in sending you some money for sharing that video with us.
My algorithm's hitting on it today.
Yeah, you know what's ironic is right before you sent Lunchtime at the Temu Factory video, you sent a link from Instagram as well that said you can actually reset your algorithm on Instagram if you're unhappy with the direction that it's going. Clearly, Trey's is on fire, and he will not be resetting it anytime soon. However, if you yourself go and look up Lunchtime at the Temu Factory on Instagram, you may want to then reset your algorithm because they're going to feed you some weird stuff after that.
You're going to get a lot of membership requests from places you don't want.
My algorithm is a fine-tuned of boobs, dogs, and highly offensive jokes.
Perfect.
That's the name of Trey's memoir.
Boobs, dogs, and highly offensive material.
No, my memoir will be booze, boobs, dogs, and highly offensive material.
Yeah. And one of those four he had to give up.
Yeah.
Of all four of those things, Trey showed Booze the door. He had to sit all four of them down in a room and have an intervention with his addictions. He looked at boobs, he looked at booze, he looked at his dog, and he looked at highly offensive material online. and then he went straight to an AA meeting.
Yeah.
And kept the rest.
I can quit drinking, but the racist videos have to stay.
That's
right. That's right.
That's going to be a whole. That's all going to be a whole new AA. Algorithms Anonymous.
How many chips you got?
You just get new members every 30 days.
I just like how you said your algorithm is working like a finely tuned machine, which ironically you need little hands to fine tune it.
A finely tuned machine made in China for cheap.
Mhm. It's going to be real sad when those tariffs kick in and all those kids are out of work.
The unemployment line is going to be adorable.
When Trump's 60% Chinese tariffs kick in, all those factories are going to shut down. All those kids are going to have to figure out what to do with their day. It's going to look like recess.
You're going to have 9-year-olds retiring.
I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
It was rough. I got some city miles on me.
I've never thrown a retirement party for a 9-year-old.
The layoffs, man.
Just have to go back to school.
So I can pee whenever I want?
It's going to be pretty bad though if they go to school and they get handed like computers and calculators and things, and it's all things that they had to put together.
I'm Inspector 52.
This really was made in China.
So this is what I want to do. But I also kind of want to do this. See, I told you today was going to be off the rails. So I tell you what, let's take a quick break. We'll try to regroup here. And we'll start the show for real after this. How about that? What do you say? Yeah? All right, fingers crossed. Tiny fingers crossed.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Let's get you into a new car. Whether you want an American-made vehicle or maybe a nice overseas model. Whatever the case is, make sure you get yourself in a nice new vehicle. Call our friends at Fair Lease. You can lease the no-hassle way from Fair Lease. Just go to the website, fairlease.org. Your little hands are on your phone and guide you over to fairlease.org. And you can even get a new vehicle on your lunch break. You really got to look up that commercial or that video on YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is. Yeah.
I'll make sure to wipe off all the cotton candy residue. It won't be sticky when you get it.
Anyway, if you would like a new vehicle for your family, perhaps all your kids, you can find it at Fair Lease. And they have all their inventory right there on the website, fairlease.org. If what you're looking for is not currently in the Fair Lease inventory, no big deal. It's a small deal. It's no big deal. What they can do is they can go find that vehicle for you. And then they'll bring it right to you, home, office, lunch break, before you go to work, after you're off of work, during recess, whatever the case is. Go to fairlease.org, get you that new vehicle, and lease it the no-hassle way from our friends at Fair Lease. Save time, save money on that next new vehicle, maybe even take advantage of no payments for 90 days. It's kind of like recess for car payments. No payments for 90 days from Fair Lease. Once again, lease the no-hassle way. Save time and save money with our friends at Fair Lease, and tell them the guys from the Treehouse sent you.
This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 7 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 17 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/Drive to End Hunger today. Take advantage of exceptional offers during BMW's Drive to End Hunger event.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/25.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on chumbacasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at chumbacasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's chumbacasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
I'm not sure if they're proud of it, but that previous segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by our friends at Fair Lease. Save time and money on your next new vehicle when you lease it the no-hassle way from our friends at Fair Lease. Fairlease.org is the website. The Treehouse is driven 5 days a week by Fair Lease. The website again, fairlease.org. All right, we'll do my best to try to get the Treehouse train back on the tracks, but I'm not making any promises because, you know, it's Friday and anything kind of goes. But not only do we all need to see a priest or man of God or something to confess our sins from the first segment of the show today with lunchtime at the Timu Factory. I think it's safe to say that we all need therapy.
Oh, definitely.
And I am happy to report that I believe I have found the perfect therapist. And
Okay.
I know people will say things like the perfect therapist doesn't exist. Oh, but I kind of think it does. The account recently discovered is Imaginary Menagerie. I think you can find them on TikTok. You can also find them on Instagram. And specifically talking about a creature named Yelmo, who is a yellow puppet. Yelmo is a yellow puppet. Don't know if he's related to Elmo or not, but Yelmo likes to give therapy sessions online. And he is my new therapist. And I think he's going to really connect with Trey in a very special way. So here is a little taste of therapy with Yelmo.
Just remember, out of the nearly 8 billion people born on this planet, you could have been born a dumb but you weren't.
Sign me up for weekly sessions.
Yeah. You do like multiples. Like, can I come like 2 to 3 times a week? Because I feel really, really sad. So keep in mind if you're listening and not watching, although now's a good time to plug watching the show. You can do that at patreon.com/Treehouse on air. So you can see Yelmo, the yellow puppet, fuzzy little yellow puppet espousing life advice, motivational speeches, and emotional therapy. And I don't think he's from the Freudian school of psychoanalysis, but I think
that's much more Nietzsche.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, so let's listen into more therapy from Yelmo.
Just remember, out of the nearly 8 billion people born on this planet, you could have been born a dumb but you weren't. You were born awesome. So go forth and be an awesome That is all for today's therapy session. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you, Yelmo.
I feel better already.
I was about to say, man, I'm ready to go conquer the world.
Yeah.
I feel like an awesome one.
That's the pep talk I should have given my exes.
I think, Trey, the next relationship you get into needs to have an orientation. And I think Yelmo needs to be part of that orientation package. I mean, just imagine that. Just imagine you're going on a date with Trey, and he says, "You know what? I'd really like to date exclusively, but there's something I need you to watch first."
Just remember, out of the nearly 8 billion people born on this planet, you could have been born a dumb but you weren't. You were born awesome. So go forth and be an awesome That is all for today's therapy session. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, but wait, there's more. We don't have to wait till next Tuesday. Here's more from Yelmo, the therapy puppet.
You need to understand that in a negative sense,
Actually, wait, no, that's not the one. I can't play that one. That one's not bleep. This one I can. This one's bleep. Here we go.
Wow, okay. That makes sense now. After hearing your emotional dump,
That's right. Imagine it's Tuesday and you've just spilled your guts in therapy to Yelmo, the Muppet therapist.
Wow, okay. That makes sense now. After hearing your emotional dump, I've come to one conclusion. Yelmo thinks you are constipated and emotional.
Constipated. Not constipated, but constipated. To make sure that that's as clear as I can possibly make it. Not constipated, but constipated. Okay. Some very, very sage advice here from Yelmo.
Wow, okay. That makes sense now. After hearing your emotional dump, I've come to one conclusion. Yelmo thinks you are constipated, an emotional or spiritual blockage caused by having to deal with too many in a day. When this happens, remember Yelmo's mantra. If life gets chuck it in the bucket and move on. Repeat this mantra and you will find inner peace.
Trey, I feel like you walk around constantly constipated.
Yeah, I am. And I literally feel like, my soul has been set free. I just need to,
Feels nice to be validated, right?
Yeah, just therapy with Yelmo. And clearly he's Elmo's, street smart cousin.
After hearing your emotional dump, I've come to one conclusion. Yelmo thinks you are constipated, an emotional or spiritual blockage caused by having to deal with too many in a day. When this happens, remember Yelmo's mantra. If life gets chuck it in the bucket and move on. Repeat this mantra and you will find inner peace. That is all for today's therapy session. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Who needs Buddha when you got Yelmo?
I mean, when you pay Yelmo, he should have a tip line because I'd give him extra.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Constipated. Who knew that's it's a real thing now because Dr. Yelmo said it. He's a doctor now.
Yes, I'm surprised that Trey doesn't have a lot of these as bumper stickers on his car, or just to pass out to people.
yeah, like it's like a card. It's a card. Here you go.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Bill Engvall's bit with the "Here's your sign." Trey needs to walk around with "Here's your card,"
or you're a. and then just hand the card to that person. I think it would be a hit.
I just want to be within a 5-block radius. The first time that Trey tells somebody, you know what, I am too constipated to deal with your ass right now. I mean, calling a chick is dangerous as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine saying to her that you are constipated.
Yes. You're so full you can't release from her ness. Yes.
Because like it's in England, countess is a
title.
Is a royal title. Trust me, you don't want to have. You don't want to be a royal in Trey's world.
I think everyone is.
I mean,
only the upper echelon.
Yeah, not everyone gets it.
Yeah, only so many crowns.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Let's get Daniel Cook from Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration into the Treehouse. 833-COOK-DFW for your free roof inspection. The website, cookdfw.com. You guys do lots of great work on roofs, and the restoration part of the side of the business also means, you know, you're doing remodeling work underneath the roof inside the home as well. And you were telling me just recently that you, Daniel, and Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration offer lifetime warranties on all your work.
Yeah, Dan, that's something that we talked about for a while now, and we decided to go ahead and just pull the trigger on it. We've had excellent reviews. We've had excellent referrals. People really love our work when they give us a chance, and we just want to put our money where our mouth is. And, you know, that's the best way I can always say that is just back it up. Back it up. When I was growing up and I told somebody I was going to kick their ass, you got to back it up. Well, now that I'm a grown man and we're doing professional services on people's homes, and I tell them that they're never going to have a better experience, I'm backing it up. We're going to take care of your home because we want you to have that peace of mind knowing that after we left, you have the very best product left behind. Your home is safe. Your family's taken care of, and that you don't have to worry about us not coming back.
You can experience it for yourself, and you can put your money where Daniel's mouth is, and he'll honor it. As you just heard, even if he dies, he's still going to honor this stuff. I mean, that's some serious integrity and quality craftsmanship to have the confidence to be like, yeah, this is how we do things. So you give the man a call for that free roof inspection, 833-COOK-DFW, the website, cookdfw.com.
This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 7 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 17 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/Drive to End Hunger today. Take advantage of exceptional offers during BMW's Drive to End Hunger event.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/25.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Speaking of treehouseonair.com, you can go there and talk back to us right here inside the Treehouse. Go to treehouseonair.com, lower right-hand corner. There's a little microphone. You can click on that and leave us an audio message, and we'll get it right here inside the Treehouse. And we may even use it on the show at some point. Unlike that Temu lunchtime thing that we can't use on the show because we're smart. But we'll dance around it all day like a bunch of happy hamsters. How about that? So go to treehouseonair.com, talk back to the Treehouse there at treehouseonair.com with that little microphone. Very cool. All right. It is Friday, and we still have lots to get to today. It's been a big week, and I think we can cap off this week by doing something great, like truly, truly noteworthy. And that is overcompensating as we do as men on a grand scale. I'm going to ask you guys a question here, okay? And here we go. If you had to, could you land a plane? Trey?
No.
Raj?
I'm Indian enough. I think I could.
Okay. Jerry, do you think you could land a plane if you had to?
If I had communication with the tower and like actual instruction and that sort of thing, possibly.
And I said that I've taken an aviation class, and it also the level of, is it a single prop airplane or a jet?
Right.
Great question. That's an outstanding question, because that's the first thought I had, which is, well, what are we talking about? We're talking about a Cessna or an Airbus.
Right.
Or if it's Boeing, it really doesn't matter. It's going to fall out the sky anyway. But that, I actually think I would stand a better chance at landing a jet, because the computer would be able to help me some, versus, say, that single-engine aircraft. The reason why I ask you this is because a recent study was done where they asked men and women if they believe they could competently land a plane in an emergency with guidance from air traffic control. This was a poll conducted by YouGov, and it showed that our male confidence contrasts sharply with women's responses. Okay? Nearly half of men surveyed said they think they could land a plane, compared to only 20% of women who felt they could land a plane. Experts suggest that men might overestimate their abilities, while women might underestimate theirs in these scenarios. I think honestly, whether it's a jet or a single engine aircraft, like Trey, you brought up, it's an emergency and I've got guidance from air traffic control, I can land that bitch.
Yeah, I think that's the motto of Spirit Airlines. I
was trying to formulate something like that. Yes.
Spirit Airlines
filed for bankruptcy this week.
I know. Spirit Airlines, we can land this bitch. That's the, it's like they're flying the friendly skies.
But with Spirit Airlines, we can land this bitch, but it's the emoji with the arms up, like maybe.
We can land this bitch for the right price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it actually, it makes it even better, because we said we could. We didn't say we would.
Yes.
We can land this bitch, but will we?
Yeah, that's the Spirit. I love it. I think didn't they try to merge with JetBlue? And now I think
they've
Frontier.
tried with JetBlue, they've tried with Frontier, and both deals have fallen through. And now Spirit has announced they're going to go through bankruptcy and try to restructure. Look, that's kind of a common thing, but they're still going to be flying as they restructure. Not as much.
Yeah, it's it's a bad airline when Frontier's like, we'll pass. We're good.
Ugh. Like they get into the conference room to start the negotiations on the merger, and Frontier just says, This feels icky.
Well, no, it wasn't, because it wasn't Fred. It was the government. I think the government was like, I mean, too high risk. It's like two addicts going, oh, we're going to get married. No, let's don't.
Right. You don't want that kind of monopoly in an industry.
Our
Your
kids will
offspring's
save
going
us.
to be a 3-wing plane.
That just flies in circles. That's all it does.
Just people looking up in the sky. It's a plane.
Just that hamster rave music going.
Yeah, it's the new Spirit DEI program. Well, good. I'm glad to know that Trey, you said no though, that you don't think you could land the plane.
So again, it goes back to like, if you had help with air traffic control, or someone talking you through it, a small plane maybe, but a big jet, no.
Okay, I think I could do a small plane. And I'm going to say this, and it's going to get the laughs, but I really think with as many hours as I have logged with Flight Simulator, I think probably a smaller plane that's just very basic, I think I could land that. I think I could do that.
Honest to God, you're not going to get any laughs out of me for the Flight Simulator correlation, because that's how a lot of people learn. Professional pilots will use flight simulators. Now, theirs are a little bit nicer than probably your one-bedroom apartment version, but still, it's a simulator.
But big one?
I have a friend that's a pilot, and we were drinking one day, and he's like, "You want to hit the simulator?" I was like, "Can we do that and drink?" He's like, "It's not a real plane." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was first of all, just as a brown person being invited into a flight simulator, that was sweet.
It was very sweet, and possibly a violation of the Patriot Act. That's a real risk.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Did he get his pilot's license revoked after that invitation?
I haven't heard from him since, so I don't know.
Sorry, man. We're okay with you drinking, but we're not going to let you bring the brown guy into the simulator. Let's get Jacqueline from Brooks Plumbing into the Treehouse now. For any and all of your plumbing wants and needs, give her and all of them there a call. 214-368-3838. The website, brooksplumbingtexas.com. When I had my house in Dallas, Jacqueline, you came out a few times to help us with some issues, and your response time was phenomenal. And it wasn't just because it was me. It was because that's the kind of company you run. You go out of your way trying to help every client and try to get there as soon as you can.
Well, the reality of it is that plumbing is unfortunately a need and not so much a want. Yes, you can want to remodel the bathroom, and that's not pressing. But typically when it comes to service or leak investigations, et cetera, if you've got a stoppage on the main line and you don't know, and you keep putting liquid or, waste into the drains, if it has nowhere to go, it will come back in the house. And at that point in time, it's no longer a want, it's a need. And that sort of thing can't wait. When you have those emergencies, you have got to figure out how to manage the crew so that you can have the best response time.
That's right. And they'll show up and they'll do it quickly. Call Jacqueline from Brooks Plumbing for any and all of those plumbing wants and needs. 214-368-3838. And again, that website, brooksplumbingtexas.com.
This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 7 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 17 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/drive to end hunger today. Take advantage of exceptional offers during BMW's Drive to End Hunger event.
It's the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, so you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/25.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You can advertise inside the Treehouse. Just shoot us an email, treehouseonair@gmail.com. We have some excellent sponsorship opportunities available right here inside the Treehouse. Treehouseonair@gmail.com to advertise right here inside the Treehouse. Thank you very much. Back inside the Treehouse now on a Friday. Dan, Trey, Raj, and Jerry back from vacation in Hot Springs, Arkansas, willingly. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But first, it turns out, since we've been talking about it all week, the unevent of the century, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, and now Netflix is in some deep.
Oh.
Because they getting sued. Netflix is facing a class action lawsuit from a man who says the buffering issues during the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight were, quote-unquote, legendary. Meanwhile, Netflix now says 108 million people watched the fight. I don't know if you had to guess it, but the man that has filed this class action lawsuit, his name is Ronald Denton, and he is from Florida. He is calling Netflix's failure legendary. He's suing for breach of contract and other offenses and seeking unspecified damages. Netflix has acknowledged that some members had a bad experience, but they still consider the event a huge success. They now claim, as I said before, 108 million people watched the so-called fight. And I don't think this will be the last lawsuit that they have to endure. That'll be Netflix's lawsuit, but there is a possibility of another one because we've also talked all week how I now am convinced because I am a critical thinker. I went to the Aaron Rodgers College of Critical Thinking and did my own social media video research. And I believe that the fight was indeed rigged. And it was designed from the get-go that it would go all 8 rounds. Mike Tyson was not allowed to hit Jake Paul properly.
That's correct.
And that's where it gets even messier. Okay?
I've got to say this joke because it's just, and I'm sorry, but Dan, you went to boarding school.
You know what? You run headfirst into a piece of playground equipment once. Tell your friends about it.
And I like how Trey calls an orphanage a boarding school.
And it's used against me. It's like being hit in the head all over again. There is the possibility of another lawsuit because this is the part that actually is, I think, more realistic than the guy suing for the buffering issues from Netflix. That is angry gamblers. Okay. Obviously, the fight with the distance, it was a decision, right? There were no knockouts. There were no knockdowns. And on fights like this, Trey, you know, as a gambling man, there are all sorts of prop bets that go into these events. And Jake Paul said after the fight that he started pulling his punches because he didn't want to hurt Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where things might get them in trouble. Okay. Because while there is no, you might get gamblers who lost money on the fight that then decide to sue Jake Paul and his promotion company because he's admitting that he's basically throwing things.
Mm-hmm.
It's exhibition for entertainment purposes only. And Jake Paul was still a favorite. But, first of all, you're going to weed down half the bettors because it would have to be a legal bet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was officially sanctioned, wasn't it? There was a big
Yes.
to-do about the fact that it was
Right.
legally sanctioned, so you could actually bet on it.
But you would still have to do it legally.
Yes, which is in Texas you can't do.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, and just, half the people are betting, off-site, whatever. But it's, again, what did we expect? And the guy who's the class action suit for the buffer, I mean, if it was a pay-per-view and you had shelled out extra, maybe. But you probably already had
a subscription.
But you probably already had it.
Yeah. That's why I was like 108 million people viewed, but it was only 4 passwords logged in.
Right.
So that's
Joke's on you, Netflix. You.
Netflix made $120.
That's the real knockout.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 7 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 17 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/Drive to End Hunger today. Take advantage of exceptional offers during BMW's Drive to End Hunger event.
It's the Kia season of New Traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/25.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Back inside the Treehouse now. It is Friday, November 22nd, 2024. Let's celebrate with some birthdays. Jamie Campbell Bauer is 35. You may not recognize Jamie by his name, but you may recognize him by his character's name that he is now famous for playing. He is Vecna on Stranger Things season 4, also known as Number 1, which has me very giddy for Stranger Things 5. Speaking of 108 million people watching Netflix, they might get that with Stranger Things 5. Raj, I think you have not watched any Stranger Things. Trey, you're a huge fan like I am. Jerry, you're a Stranger Things fan too, right?
Big fan.
We recently, for Halloween this year, we rewatched the most recent season, so season 4. We thought about going back and starting from the beginning, but I want to wait to do that until right before season 5 starts. Then I'll go back and rewatch the whole thing all the way up to season 5's release, which will come out this year, which I'm very, very, very excited for. Raj, what's it going to take for you to watch the show? And then, of course, probably all over it.
I just don't like that. I'm not a fantasy, like sci-fi kind of guy. So it doesn't seem like it would appeal to me.
What do you like?
Documentaries, mob movies, Marvel.
So that's sci-fi fantasy stuff.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Doctor Strange but I like Iron Man and Captain America and that kind of stuff. Like, I can do that. X-Men, I enjoy.
Okay, well, you know what? In that case, while Vecna's birthday may not appeal to you, there are 2 MCU birthdays today, right?
Okay.
We've got Scarlett Johansson, who plays Black Widow in the MCU, or at least she used to. She is 39. I'm sorry, she is 40 today. She's the big 40. Scarlett Johansson turns 40. And Mark Ruffalo, who is the Hulk in the MCU, he is 57 today. So bet they had fun days on set. Scarlett Johansson and Mark Ruffalo sharing birthdays.
ScarJo is on my list.
Oh, you and Katie, your girlfriend, you have a list?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the list where it's the free pass list?
Yes.
That you're allowed to. Do you think Scarlett Johansson would let you?
Never, not a chance.
But you want to make sure she stays on the list just in case.
Just on the off chance.
So the list is more ceremonial versus actual.
I mean, do you really want to get into like things that could actually happen and have that conversation? I mean.
Well, no. What I mean is like if you're gonna have the list, then have it to where it might actually possibly have a chance of coming to fruition.
I mean, I could possibly charm her.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Colin Yost got her. I think that gives hope to a lot of dudes. Because when she was married to Ryan Reynolds, we all thought, okay, that tracks, and no one's got a chance. Then they divorced, and it's not like we all said, oh, now's our chance. Although Colin Yost, he shot his shot and nailed it, which gave hope to the little guy. Keep in mind, the little guy, he's still an SNL guy, so it's still a big step up from you, Jerry. No offense.
I would just like to think that Scarlett Johansson has you on her list.
Mm-hmm.
I would too.
Just like I'm just waiting for Jerry.
Yeah. I've had Ryan.
Who else is on? Is it a 5 list, or is it 10 or 20? Like how many are on your list?
5.
5.
Generally.
Who else is on your list?
Generally, what we keep it at. I'm having trouble recalling names right now. I'm sick. Another lady from the MCU.
Scarlett Johansson got you sick in bed.
Dadgummit from Broke Girls.
Kat Dennings?
Kat Dennings.
That's an interesting choice. Okay.
Also.
Yeah. She was Jane's assistant in the Thor movie.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So it's a list of 5 that if that happens, it's okay with the lady.
Yes.
And then
she has her 5. Yes.
Do you know who's on her 5? Hopefully it's not like your uncle. Like that would be weird.
That list makes sense. That's possible. Like she could probably get Bill.
Our neighbor.
All right, honey, here's my list. Why do I know everybody on your list?
You have emails.
That's
do you know who's
the
on her
danger of coming up with the Hall Pass list.
So that's why we haven't been paying for lawn service.
When do we get a pool?
That pool ain't filled with water.
Just Jerry's tears. It's a saltwater pool.
Easier to maintain.
Can you keep the sobbing down, Jerry? We're trying to get in here. It's really killing the mood.
Hot tub, baby.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
And that's why we do birthdays.
This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 7 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 17 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/drive to end hunger today. Take advantage of exceptional offers during BMW's Drive to End Hunger event.
It's the Kia season of new traditions sales event. So don't just hang your own lights. Venture out and look for the northern lights. Drink cocoa on the beach. Or be a drive-by karaoke caroler. Because every Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So you can take holidays to places they've never been. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more. Kia, movement that inspires.
See Kia dealer for warranty details. Event ends 1/2/25.
Sorry, that's the wrong Friday bumper. I've been on a hamster dance kick ever since we learned about the 132 hamsters running amok on that plane in Portugal. All right, here we go. That's the wrong one. Now I got it. Here we go.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Happy Friday from all of us inside the Treehouse to you. Almost the weekend. Last weekend, our very own Jerry Caldwell went to Hot Springs, Arkansas, willingly, which is fascinating to Raj because, Raj, you don't understand why anyone would willingly go to Arkansas for vacation.
Correct.
Jerry loves hot springs. Hang on.
I do.
So what is it, Raj? Why is it that you don't think Arkansas is, or Hot Springs? Why don't you think Hot Springs is the hot spot that Jerry says it is?
I think we went when I was a kid, and it was just kind of boring. It wasn't a lot of, I get the hot springs, and there was the health element, and it's like all natural and vitamins and minerals and all that stuff. But it was like, it just seemed like it was for older people. And so we went as a family, and I was bored out of my mind.
Did you ever go to Branson, Missouri for a family vacation, Raj?
No.
Then shut the up.
And Raj, let me point this out. You're now old.
Yeah, but I'm like not Hot Springs old. I'm not even Branson old. Like the only foreigner they've ever got over there stayed, and that was Yakov Smirnov. Like that's the only person that foreign went to Branson, and they got him. Like they kept him there.
So the average age has totally been brought down since they've been working on the place.
Hot Springs, not Branson.
No, Branson is still for like the really old folks. Yes,
that's for the blue hairs. Got it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, Hot Springs has great places with all kinds of nightlife. You got Maxine's that has like the drag show every Thursday night, and local bands perform there.
Hey, Jerry, I just as just a sales tip, when you're trying to sell up something on it being younger, don't blurt out the name Maxine.
You should check out Pearlie's.
Yeah. Next to Thelma's.
The strip club Opal. You got to check that place out.
Yeah, the Opal. Mhm. Like not only is it an old stone in the middle of the club, it's also just one dancer, and her name's Opal. She opened the club. Yeah.
She's been here since the 20s.
Uh-huh. Believe it or not, she used to roar back in the 20s. I do like though how it's almost like you're on the board of tourism for Hot Springs, Jerry, because it's like you go to Hot Springs, come for the hot springs, but stay for the drag brunch.
I mean, yeah. They got great restaurants. There's a place called the Heist, which is like a gangster themed speakeasy, because there was a lot of gangsters there in the 30s. Al Capone owned a club called a bar called the Ohio Club, and he had a special room at the Arlington Hotel that had a window that he could look down onto the Ohio Club from. There is some history there.
I'll admit, I didn't realize that Capone partied in Hot Springs.
Yeah, there's a statue of him out in front of the Ohio Club.
The weird thing is this. So every time I imagine you going to Hot Springs, I imagine the beginning of the movie Dante's Peak. So in Dante's Peak, in the beginning, Raj, have you seen Dante's Peak? It's Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton. It's a movie about a small town that has a volcano problem. And before they know they have a volcano problem, two attractive young people go into one of the hot springs in the at the base of the mountain, and then they get boiled alive because the volcanoes soon to erupt. And every time Jerry talks about going to hot springs, I imagine that's him and his lady just sitting and boiling in a hot spring.
Are there other people in the water with you? That seems like soup.
That depends on where you go. All right. So if you go to the Quapaw bathhouse, then there are public baths there.
If you go to the Meemaw.
It's just getting whiter in my head.
It's not just you.
What's their rating on TripAdvisor?
Mare powder.
I give it 4 Epsom salts. Do you go for a foot soak? What do you do?
It's full body. You can also get massages. You go to the Buck Staff, and that's a personalized tub with an attendant.
What was that one called again?
The Buck Staff.
Does it end with brothel? The Buckstaff brothel? That's what that sounds like when you're getting a massage by the personal staff. Is that at the Robert Kraft Hotel?
Do they have racy flapper girls at the clubs?
Are the dames showing their knees?
That's in the back room at the Opal.
I mean, it does depend on the night, yes.
And by night, you mean 5:30 in the evening?
Yeah, exactly.
Luann's a hipster.
Told you it was going to be off the rails today. Jerry, we're glad you go and have fun. I'm happy for you. You need the relaxation time at the Buck Staff and at Meemaw's. I mean Quapaw's. You've earned it.
And a beer at the Grateful Head.
Yes.
I don't know why you have to call it that. I'm pretty sure it's understood.
That's what I told him, but you know.
That's what you told him?
Oh, that is called the Buck Staff. Oh my God. All right. That'll do it for us today. How about that? Good week. Have fun, everyone. Check out all things Treehouse at treehouseonair.com. Follow us on social media at Treehouse On Air. For me, it's at the Dan O'Malley. For Trey, at Trey Trenholm 1. And for Raj, at Comedian Raj. And for Jerry, Hot Springs Vacation Aficionado, at that Jerry Guy. We'll see you Monday, right back here inside the Treehouse.
This holiday season, spread a little extra cheer with BMW. For every new BMW bought in the month of November, we'll donate 200 meals to families in need through Feeding America. Over the last 7 years, BMW has proudly helped provide over 17 million meals to those in need, and with your help, that number will continue to grow. Visit your local BMW center for details or visit bmwusa.com/Drive to End Hunger today. Take advantage of exceptional offers during BMW's Drive to End Hunger event.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.